Hello everyone, it's Christine, and today is February 13th, 2014. I am 11 days away from having my surgery. I'm having my surgery on the 24th, Monday. I don't know what time yet, I'll find out the Friday before. But my pre-op diet started this past Monday, so 2 weeks prior. And it's going alright. I'm hungry fairly often, but I'm still trying to keep my calories low, have a good balance of protein and vegetables, not too high in carbs. 120 carbs is pretty much my limit. 1200 calories is what I'm trying to stay under. And so far this week, I've only one day I went over like 8 calories or some very small amount. So that's going all right. I roasted a ton of squash last night and pre-portioned out some meals with some baked chicken, and I had some of that for dinner tonight, and that was good. I had a little bit of it last night for dinner too. And then so that's working out okay. I think I'm going to add some broth to my menu to add a little bit of flavor and fillingness to my day. So Tuesday I had my pre-op nutrition class, and that went pretty well, except last Saturday, being just a couple days before my pre-op diet began, I was thinking, everybody has like a food funeral. They have like a big meal to kind of get it out of their system. And I was trying not to do anything like that because I didn't want to see my weight go up. And I knew it would. But the other thing I had been doing was not tracking. Like all last week, I didn't track what I ate. So I think a combination of having a indulgent Saturday is what I'm calling it. It was carb filled. It was I'm not going to go into it, but it was carb filled. And so Tuesday when I came into class for my nutrition class, they weigh everyone in, and I had gone in with my winter boots on and everything because I'm in Chicago and have to wear winter boots, and I could have taken them off, but I don't know if I was being lazy or stubborn, and I was like, no, I don't need to take my boots off. It's fine. Get on the scale. 411. The last time I weighed in at nutritionist was 2 weeks ago, and it was 395, and so I wasn't worried because I thought it'd still be probably 395, maybe 400, not 411. She goes, what happened? I go, well, I kind of had an indulgent Saturday. And she's like, well, we're gonna have to keep track of this, next week we'll have to weigh you before surgery just to make sure you're on track. Okay, I'm not worried, because with this calorie diet, low calorie diet, low carb diet, I'm sure I will get back down quite a bit. So as long as I track everything, as long as I'm good about it. Anyway, so that was what happened when I got there. But then I learned a lot in the class. First the nutritionist spoke to everyone, and she was talking about what to expect. First she talked about pre-op, what we should be doing pre-op with a diet, and that we needed to get rid of NSAIDs, don't have any NSAIDs, no ibuprofen, nothing like that, no aspirin. And then she also wanted to stop any fish oil, vitamin E oil, or when I'm saying things, I might be mixing up the nurse and the dietitian because they both spoke at the same thing. So, but what they said was no fish oil, no vitamin E oil, no flaxseed oil, and no herbal anything, no herbal vitamins, no herbal tea, nothing, because apparently all those things can affect your blood, make you prone to bleeding, so they want you to not do that. She went over, the nutritionist did, I'm sure of this, went over basically the schedule of what the diet will entail. So initially, you have your surgery, and then the next day they give you little 1 ounce cups of water, and you have to try to get sip those 1 ounce cups every hour, and just get used to drinking something. And then they give you big things of water, and you're supposed to sip, sip, sip those big things of water, and try to get in as much as you can in one day. And then once you're able to do that pretty good, then they bring you a tray of liquid foods. So orange jello, broth, diluted juice, water, tea, jello. I think I already said that. And then basically you are in the hospital 2 to 3 nights. And so by the time you leave, you should be able to drink. In fact, they won't let you leave until you can drink 64 ounces of water. So that's your job, drinking water. And then once you get home, you go immediately from clear liquids to pureed. And so anything that you can, there's a list, but it's very inclusive of a lot of things. So pureed is anything in the applesauce consistency. It could be eggs, milk, yogurt, or some meats actually are on the list. Fruit, not raw fruit, but any either cooked fruit or frozen blended fruit would be okay too. Beans, so there's a long list of things, and that is for the first week. And then after the first week at home, you have a follow-up appointment, and then after that follow-up appointment, and if everything is going good, then you go already to, where is it? Soft diet. So it says soft foods that can be cut with a fork. So soft enough that you could bite them and not have to cut them up, I guess. Anyway, so that is week 2 through week 4. No, 2 through 6 is what that is. And then week 7 and on, you're on to regular food. So it sounds like everything progresses pretty fast. About vitamins, she told me that, she told everyone that Flintstones vitamins with iron and everything is good. And I said, well, I have liquid vitamins. I think those would be good, right? And she said, well, a lot of people get nauseous from liquid vitamins, so I'm not very excited about being nauseous again. It happened too recently. But she also said no gummy vitamins. So everybody's got these gummy fiber, gummy multis, whatever. She said the gummy vitamins are not good because even though you chew them up, they're sticky and they just kind of stick to your stomach or esophagus or whatever. I don't know. I didn't ask a lot of questions about that. She told you what to do if you're not feeling well when you go home. What is serious, what is not. So, what else? Oh, I asked her about, because I'm trying to keep my iron high, I want to get some heme iron, which heme iron only comes from animal meat. So heme iron helps absorb better, and it helps other things absorb better, as does vitamin C helps iron absorb better. And so I asked about baby food meat, and I said, well, can I have baby food meat? Is that a good idea? She said, yeah, that's a great idea, and you can mix it with things, and you can season it or whatever, add some spices to it or whatever you want. So that's probably what I'll do, but again, it's only for a week, so the pureed stage. What else? Oh, I asked the nurse about my thyroid medication and would I be able to swallow the pill, and she said, don't worry about that, we'll give you that in an IV. So I'm not going to worry about that because it sounds like it's taken care of. She also said morphine is the pain medicine they use, and that if someone has nausea, they'll give you nausea medicine. So I did buy some Flintstones vitamins with iron, but they also had iron and calcium ones, and I don't want to have calcium and iron in the same thing, so I got the ones without calcium. And then I could just get the calcium another way. Okay. But I'm not really that worried about calcium initially, so today was a pre-op test. And I didn't really know what to expect. I knew I'd get a blood test, but I didn't know what else. And I got there, and they gave me a EKG, and that went fine. And the nurse who gave me the EKG, she was like, your surgeon is gorgeous. I'm like, okay, yeah, I know. Tell me about it. I had to sit and talk to him and try to focus on what I had to ask, and it's not easy to focus. Um, what else? I had my blood tested, of course, and the woman who actually took my blood, the nurse who actually took my blood, she said, "Oh, my sister had that surgery 7 years ago," and I was like, "Really?" Because this hospital's only been doing it for 6 years, and she said, "Oh no, she had RNY, and the same surgeon did it." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And she said, "Actually, it was 7 years ago today." So I was like, "Wow, that's very exciting." And um, she said, "You know, my sister, now you can't tell her nothing." And I said, "Do you mean she has like attitude?" And she says, "Yeah, but she earned it." It's like, okay, that's good. Um, what else? Oh, I didn't need a urine test because the urine test they give for females is only if you could be pregnant, and I could not be pregnant, so no urine test for me. Everything sounded good. Everything looked good. Oh, and I did get a phone call today about my endoscopy because they had done a biopsy of my stomach, and they said everything looked good. There was no bacteria in my stomach that was bad, so no need for antibiotic or anything. So that's pretty much everything. I mean, I'm ready. I'm ready for surgery. Let's get it done. Um, I just have to slog through this pre-op diet and then show up next Wednesday and get weighed. And then my parents will be here the day before surgery. They're going to come and help me with everything. And then my mom is going to stay through until my follow-up appointment a week later. So everything is going good. So thank you all for watching. And I'm glad you all make your videos too. I've learned a lot in this whole process. And have a good day.